Right, I got a new hat. It's time for a sail. Let's get the anchor up. Well, it's so kind of peaceful today. Not much is going to happen quickly, I don't think. Until we get out there, there might be a little bit of wind once we get out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to tip the boat's stern out so we can lower the engine and then we can just motor out. Yeah, we're a little bit shallow here. She's a big old boat compared to the Mirror, that's one thing for sure. Oh, just a momentary gust. Plenty of room there. There we go, we can feel the boat going. And that's it, and we're in. Ourselves some sea room and we're going to get the sails up and get going. So that's coming next week. I've got everything, but I ran out of time. We would either do the bilge pump this afternoon or go for a sail. There we go. So when we've cleared the boat, we can then get the rudder down. There, bloody fingers. There we go, and then we'll get the centreboard down as well. We'll just check look that centreboard, yeah, it's quite nice, it doesn't get in the way of the compass at all. Now, I've learned something in the last couple of weeks. This line here, which attaches to the top of the centre board, is to stop the centre board from going back in, it's inverted. So you can see I can't pull that at all. There you go, and it's stuck. I should tighten that up a little more. That's it. So if you're at sea, or indeed here, if you do capsize, then you've got a shouting chance of righting the boat. because you do need the centreboard out to be able to get the leverage. Right then, so here we go. Get the Mizzen out. Get the motor away first. Drifting down the lake. Just got to keep our wits about us today because there's a lot of canoers around. Right, so we're going to do something new today. We're going to get this Mizzen set and we're going to show you how the Mizzen can keep us faced into the wind, just drifting. So we're going to pull that in nice and tight, but, as tight as we can get her. And now look, see the boat turning, the wind's coming from that direction there, and that's going to keep the stern of the boat into the wind, and we'll be drifting downwind now, down the lake, while we sort out everything else. So the next job I'm going to do is get the main out. I always tend to do all this in a different order. But I think if we get the main out, it's easy then to get the Mizzen set, the jib set. Oh, we're tied up at the top there. Rats. Oh well, not to worry. All the while I'm doing this, I'm just checking for basically sea room. Oh, that won't. In fact, they're gonna seem to get that out. Oh, there we go. Just checking around for people and sea room. Let's get the gas back up. In the right place. I didn't have the gaff in the right place because I was messing around with it this morning. There we go, and now we're going to get the main out. Now once this snap shackle's in, you just got to keep your wits about you. My main sheet here. Right, and now we can just release the Mizzen a little, just to stop us from. There we go. And we're just going to let the main sheets power us. There we go. And we're sailing on the main alone. And we're sort of broad reaching now across the lake. What I want to do, because I think we've got time today, is get a knot in that line. So what I want to do is literally go down the lake. I'm going to release this Mizzen right out. There we go. That's all gone very, very sedate. You can see why I've got this little bullseye, or this fair lead here, because it really means that this is to hand. Now if I could have a little cleat somehow to just cleat it off, that would be brilliant. But you know, we're not worried about that too much at the moment. So we are moving. We'll get boat speed on. There we go. And, oh wow, jet fighters, they always wait for me to get out on the water before they come. actually, I think we've got to work out where the wind's coming from, but it is actually coming more from over there. So you can see, there you go, look. Yeah, there we go, as soon as we come off the wind a little. And now all we need to do is set this jib. So keep the jib nice and taut, so you hold onto the jib line. All the time, working out where you're steering. And then you hold the, I think this is just called the jib ball line. And then all you do is you hold that taut and you pull out, oh, not that taut. Slip around the leads. And then you just pull out the jib. So there we go. Just that'll do. There we are. We're sailing. Doing 2.6 miles an hour. It's going to come onto almost the beam reef. Let's check where the wind's coming from. And let's check the wind, because the wind's been changing. Oh, got 8 to 10 mile an hour gusts, so not too gusty, quite consistent wind. Doing nearly 3 knots, 3 miles an hour, sorry, 3 miles an hour. And it is actually a northwesterly wind, so it's actually coming from, I'm not going to point with my mobile phone, it's actually coming from over that way, which actually the waves would concur. Now we know when the wind comes from that northwesterly or anywhere northerly really, then we know that it's grumpy. It's a grumpy old wind. Made a schoolboy error, of course. The fenders are dragging their asses in the water. There we go. Well, I am an amateur, I am a novice, so it's okay. Now what I'm going to do is untie this line, I've got this as sort of centreboard safety line, and I'm going to just pull the centreboard up a little bit because we are reaching, and actually we don't need much at all when we're reaching. I'm just going to use this cleat to do that. Should be enough. There we go, and we're sailing. Nice pleasant sail. Gust, look, you can see the gust of very, very tight rippling on the water. As soon as you get a gust of 5 miles an hour there, so we're gonna, let's try and find where we're going to be running. It should theoretically be here. Yeah, I mean I can't let the main out anymore, but we need to now goose or wing on wing with the jib. So, it's very handy. I'm going to actually release the jib. I'm going to bring it over this way. And then going to set the jib like this. We've just got a gust. It's now pushing the jib over the way. So like I say, the wind is horrendous to work out sometimes. So let's get back running again. There we go. Get that on there. I'm going to test out this jib. Then we're just going to and now we wing on winging. There we go. Beautiful. I've got rid of the Mizzen just because I think it would only serve to steal wind from the main and the jib. The other reason is, if you think about what the Mizzen does, it kind of steers the rear of the boat. So if the Mizzen's out, well, you know, potentially yes, you are going to be giving yourself a bit more wind, sail area, but it could broach the boat. It could pull the boat round quite easily when you're running. So, you know, that's why I try to be, we're going really well like this. Yeah, this is brilliant. So it's the first time I've wing on winged. See if we can get that main out a little more. Unfortunately on the lugger you can see the main here. The halyards, well, the shrouds, sorry, are in kind of the wrong place really. So they kind of fold around it. So you need to maybe, flatten the sail out a little more. Crikey. See, that's what you've got to be careful of when you wing on wing. You've always got to be mindful of gybing involuntarily. I've got to try out this. I've bought my little foam pad, but I've not tried it yet. So here we go. It's tricky walking forward. Oh no, we need to put that out actually. Otherwise we've got no hope of. There we go. Kind of broad reaching now. Pull the sail in a little. There we go. We're not motoring, we're doing 5.6 here. So we're going to gybe now. Pull the sail in a tickle. Okay. That really. Nice and gentle. Oh. That's why you're supposed to tie your jib sheets together. Ah. Mizzen in and out, so it's got you know, it's not difficult. Just got to have more hands perhaps than you realise you've got. And the lines do get caught over certain things. And then all it takes is a little gust and you're caught out. Actually, we are deceptively fast. So if you look at, you might just be able to see that white boat now. And actually, we're holding our own, and we're actually at a slightly greater angle of sail, I think, unless he's beating towards us. We're making 5 knots, 5 miles an hour now. You know, 5 miles an hour off 8 miles an hour of wind, 10 mile an hour gusts is not bad. Not bad for this sort of boat. Oh, the waves are rolling in now. Look at these. Building. We're quite beam onto them, so it's quite uncomfortable. You can imagine if we're on a bigger boat and we've got, you know, days or weeks of this, yeah, it could definitely be a little bit uncomfortable. The race is on. Not really. I think from being a semi-pro sports person, I don't think you can ever get that out of you. You know, at the minute something, you almost like a cat. You will never get rid of the hunting instinct out of a cat. And you know, the minute there's an inkling of a race, you're in there, you know. As much as I like to relax and chill, you know, yeah, I think you have that in you. I think it's what makes professional sports people what they are. So, and it's exciting, you know, it's cool. I love it. I love coming up with race. We are going for it now. Hey! So I was told you don't worry in this boat till the scuppers start filling up. So once the scuppers get in the water, you can see water coming up. That's the time to release the main sheet. Some would say in the lugger that you need to keep her flat. She likes being flat. She doesn't really like to heel in terms of performance. It's nice healing, it's exciting. Just seeing what that person's doing. No, they're gybe. Right, we're gonna now come into the wind. And we're gonna start eating. How easy you can get caught out when you're close to walls. How easy you can get caught out there when you're missing up. So I think we get a chance. We're going to have to try getting a little bit close to the shore. Oh, we're almost only going sideways across the lake. Quite a close haul here. Wouldn't surprise me if we find out, you know, the wind's been fluttering about northeast to northwest. I didn't realise our friends are behind us. Our friend. He just caught a gust. You can see him leaning out the boat there and heeling. Oh, and here we go. And here it is for us. Whoa, there you go. We're just going to lean. Just going to let the boat lean. Heel, should I say. There she goes. Point her into the wind a little bit, make a bit of grounder, and then point back out, bear off the wind when the wind drops, keep the speed up. And that's what you might notice how I sail. I'm constantly sort of not bearing off the wind there. There you go, picking a little bit of speed up, and then just pointing back into it, gain a bit of ground. Coming off, I don't know, sort of a mixture of keeping your speed up and, you know. Hello, you're back again. That was just the battery that ran out. So we're past now Bala camping and the Enchanted Forest, and we're just passing a weather station there. plugging away there. I hope the tape holds out. Again, weirdly, when we're going westward across the lake, we seem to just lose the wind, like just trying to work out where the wind goes, where the wind is. And with that, we're doing 2 miles an hour. What's interesting is with the Mizzen furled, this boat behaves like much more like the Mirror or, you know, a 2-sail boat. You know, I can get her up back, you know, if we get caught in irons, I know how to get her out of it. But the Mizzen, yeah, useful as the Mizzen is, and don't get me wrong, I really love that Mizzen sail. When you're beating especially, it can be a little bit of a foe for you, you know? It makes life difficult if you're not careful. We need to, we can mow stuff. I'm actually finding this nice for my back. This is a back seat dress. A bit too high there. Oh, some little rollers coming in there. Hey! It's a really dry boat actually. I mean, I know it's a lot higher than the Mirror and that, but I'm surprised at how little water comes into the boat. It does give me confidence that she'll be able to deal with much bigger waves. And you know, she's supposed to deal with 6-foot waves, I think, which they're big. I don't really want to ever be out in 6-foot waves if I can help it. So yeah, I'm more than happy with that.